Yeah, Vaughn was great, man. When I had the chance to be his teammate and just to get to learn and grow, with him and learn from him. I think he was really one of the most influential and impactful teammates that I had. Watching him kind of take on the leadership role and lead the defense, and there's a lot I learned from him. And honestly, it's going to be tough lining up against him and watching him. I've always rooted for his career and his success, but I hope he doesn't have too much success, Monday night, against us. But he's a one-on-one generational type of player, and I can't say enough good things about him. He started off as a teammate, grew as my brother, throughout the years that I got a chance to be here with him, and so can't say enough good things about him. Yeah, yeah. I didn't see that. I try not to be on social media that much during the year, so yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. But that's high praise. I think. I was sharing with our DB coach CP. I was sharing that, throughout the last few years, and really even past that, Micah and Jordan have been doing it at a high level for a long time. Arguably the best duo in the league. I'm always going to go to bat for Kareem and I, but those guys have been doing it at such a high level for such a long time. So to get that type of praise, from him, it means a lot. Those guys, like I said, always at the top of the chain when it comes to safeties in the league, and it's why their defense is who they are, and they get guys lined up and they're able to turn the ball over and get picks, force fumbles, things like that. And you don't become a Pro Bowler and an All-Pro for no reason. So, yeah, nothing. That's high praise from them. It means a lot hearing it from your peers more than anything else. And yeah, I'm looking forward to chopping it up with them a little bit after the game. Yeah, honestly, so I always say, there's three guys that kind of reached out to me, as soon as I got drafted. TJ was the first one. As soon as I got drafted, I got a text from my phone, TJ Ward. I'll never forget that. I got a call from Elway, text from TJ. And then, following suit was DT and Vaughn. And I just think that kind of just explains the culture that was here, when I first got drafted and why they were who they were as a team. And I think it just showed, to me, here's the Super Bowl MVP. He could be doing a million other things. Probably not even, I'm thinking in my head, probably not even watching the draft, and lo and behold, I'm getting a text, I'm getting a call. And I just think that's reminiscent of who he was. You guys, everyone saw that viral video, and we drafted Chubb. And, he's sitting here watching and waiting, and, he's just freaking out, posted it. I just think that's the type of guy that he is, and he's always been that way. The guy that you guys see at the podium and on podcasts, and that's just who he is. He's goofy, he's funny, and he's a great teammate. He's an even better friend. So Vaughn's always been great to me, and obviously in my professional career, but just in my personal life too. I'm really thankful for him. Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think for us defensively, it sounds simple, but it's so much harder to do. But number one is we got to have great communication and great execution, and there are sub levels to those things. But I think in the communication aspect, that is the reason why we've kind of been in the win column the past couple of weeks, is because in the back end we've done such a good job of communicating, getting us lined up, making sure that we're eliminating explosives, and then this is leaking into the execution part. So once we communicate well, it helps us execute at a higher level. And so the explosives, there's less explosives, there's less touchdowns being given up in the red zone, and we're finding ways to get off on third down. And it's just because guys are lining up, getting in the right spot. We're communicating at a high level, and it's helping us execute at a high level. That's really what it comes down to. And so in order for wins to stack up for us, those two things have to happen. And one of the big reasons we won was takeaways. In the past couple of weeks, and so that needs to be at a premium as well. And tough environment going up to Buffalo, and and trying to leave that stadium with a win. But if we're going to do it, we got to play great defense, and we got to find ways to give our offense the ball and the short field and set them up for touchdowns and field goals.
What are some of the challenges you see with Josh Allen?
Yeah, he's an extremely difficult player to game plan against, man, and he's so talented with his arm. He can make all the throws, and he trusts his arm, and he trusts his guys to get open. And they're loaded at the receiver position, obviously at the tight end position. I know Knox is hurt, but their rookie tight end is really good too. And the running back position, obviously, I know Latavius and how well he can run the football and what he brings. But Cook is a heck of a back, not to mention them bringing over Fournette, and so. They got a plethora of weapons, and Josh kind of leading the way. He does such a good job of running and throwing. I think what I've seen, at least from the first couple of times I watched the film, is there are times where he obviously takes his shots, and defenses can make him pay for that. But I think he's done a better job of, at least over the past couple of weeks, of kind of taking what the defense is giving him. And I think that shows a lot of growth, because a lot of the times you want to eliminate the deep ball with Diggs and with Gabe and all the other guys that they have. And so you play a lot more, you play guys farther back, and that just means you're kind of giving up the lower zones. You're trying to come down and tackle. They do a good job of breaking tackles. Josh does a good job of extending plays, doing scramble drills. So I have nothing but high praise for him, man. He's a heck of a player, heck of a competitor, and it's going to be a fun one, because if we want to get to where we got to get to, we got to go through teams like Buffalo. And so it's going to be a fun one going into Buffalo on Monday. Yeah. You definitely embrace it. Primetime, everyone's watching, but in terms of preparation, you go into it like, hey, nothing flashy. You don't need to do anything crazy. Just play the game, that you've been playing. It's almost how you approach every week. But, once again, you do have a little bit. I'd be lying if I was up here and saying you don't have a little extra juice going into a Monday night game. And so that's what's really exciting for me. I can't wait for it. Everyone's going to be watching. It's going to be against a really great offense, really great team in general, and it's in an away game. Nothing better than trying to silence the home crowd. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. It's always an adjustment, when you miss time and you're able to come back and you're getting into a little bit of a groove, and I think that's what we're seeing with Barron. It's crazy though, to have that type of impact. You're really your first game back. I know he played against Green Bay, but limited snaps and just kind of feeling it out, and kind of let the chains loose a little bit against Kansas City. And when you have a game record like that, you're in the back end. It just helps us, so much, to be able to, okay, now it's plaster drill when you see him break out, and you got to get on a body, or hey, we know that he's going to be able to be one-on-one off the certain type of blitz rush, and so hey, maybe we're jumping on the route a little bit more. Like those types of things help a lot when you got a player like Barron. And so we always preach pass and coverage work together. And, with Barron coming back, that helps our pass rush and then our pass coverage. So excited for him, and he'll just continue to keep getting better as he feels more comfortable as the weeks go on. Oh, for sure. For sure. I know, like I said, Von's a one-on-one type of guy. I would never, but it's Von-esque. And, he has that bend, and he has that athleticism to be able to, I think, put himself in that upper echelon of pass rushers, and what makes, a lot of guys so special in our league when you're talking about getting the ball from an edge rush standpoint. So, Barron definitely has that, man, and he's working hard to continue to polish his game and, to keep getting better. And it's really cool to see. Awesome. Thanks, guys.